Hello everybody, it's Harry from UploadVR and I'm here with James Howard from Purple Yonder, of course the developer behind Little Cities, which I'm sure if you're watching this video you've probably heard of it, but it's a city simulator on Quest that takes a VR first approach to the genre, which launched just over a month ago now. James, thank you for being here with me. Let's get right into it. James, you're here to discuss a new update coming to Little Cities. Tell me a bit about the update. What have you got planned?
Yeah, so the next update we've got coming is called Big Hands in Little Cities, and it's all about adding hand tracking to Little Cities. So you'll be able to play the whole game just with your hands. You'll be able to put down the controllers and you'll just be able to get stuck straight in with just your hands.
And last time we spoke, around the launch of the game, kind of talked about your history as a developer, how you came into VR and your love for kind of VR development. Why was it that you wanted to put hand tracking in as the first big post-launch update for the game? What was it about hand tracking that drew you to it?
So I think that one thing that just draws us into VR as a studio is just the kind of cutting edge of technology. It's something that's always being updated. There's always something new, and hand tracking is one of those things where it's really something cool to play with, and we've been looking at it for a while and thinking, oh, what can we do with this? And we also had a few fans reach out to us like, oh, is there going to be hand tracking in Little Cities? And that's kind of been on our mind as well. We really wanted to jump in at the deep end and see what we could do and if we could bring the game and make it playable with hands, and that's what we've managed to do. It was a lot of work to get to that stage, a lot of challenges, but we're there and it's working really well.
I haven't had a chance to try it out yet. What are some of the challenges you had with implementing different poses and interactions? How does it transfer? Because obviously there's not too many controls with the game, but how does it transfer over to hand tracking? How does that differ?
Yeah, I suppose that some of the ways that you move around are a little bit different. So in Little Cities, when you're playing with controllers, you use the analog stick to do your zooming and your rotating, but obviously you haven't got a stick to do that. So for those actions, you use two hands. You can do this action to zoom in and out, and you can do this to rotate on the spot. And then when you're actually interacting with the world and you're building things, you can use like a pinch gesture, and that just lets you have a virtual cursor. You can place your buildings or you can draw your roads out. The thing that works really well is that for how we do things like checking the status of your city, you have a wristwatch which shows you things like how happy people are in your city, how much money you're making, what the demands are for your city. And that just works really well with hand tracking because you just naturally look at your hand and that all still works the same way. And the other thing that works really well is we have this sort of bubble menu to select the different things you want to build in your city. So when you're selecting things, if you haven't played Little Cities, the way it works is you have like a build bubble and you pop that with your finger, and then you get a section of other bubbles which show the different options you can build. And that just works really well. We didn't really have to change much to get that working with hand tracking, and it just feels really good. This kind of tactile feeling, because it's not only you kind of popping these bubbles to select things, but it feels like your real hands when you're doing it. So that works really well.
It's interesting. One of the things that both Jamie and I, when we were playing it with controllers, we both felt that a lot of those interactions already felt like you were kind of using your hands. It felt very tactile already. So it's interesting. There's already stuff that transferred really well. Is it using hand tracking 2.0 out of curiosity?
Yes, it is. So if you're on Quest 2 or use hand tracking 2.0, and Quest 1, we still have hand tracking support, but I believe at the moment Meta only got the hand tracking 1 on Quest 1.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to change. But yeah, that's a big improvement as well, actually. We already noticed like a big jump in the quality of the hand tracking for 2.0.
Yeah, one of the games that I've spoken about a lot before that really impressed me with hand tracking 2.0 is Unplugged, the air guitar game. And that's a lot of high velocity movement and action. And this is very much like a slower thing that you'll take your time with and get into. I'm keen to get in and try it as a hand tracking 2.0 kind of demo of something that's a bit different and shorter. I guess that pretty much covers everything. The update I think will be out this week for anyone watching. The only thing I wanted to say before we go is talk a bit about the launch. It was a month and a week ago or something like that now. Is there anything you wanted to say to the community? How were you guys happy with the launch? What would you like to say to the fans that have been playing the game? I know it cracked the top 10 on Quest for a bit there. around launch, which was amazing to see. So is there anything you'd like to say to the fans or people who've been playing the game?
Yeah, I guess just to say thank you to everyone for all the support we've had, because we've had so much positive feedback from the community, and we're only a small team, and all these little comments, they really mean a lot to us. So it's been a fantastic response. We've been really happy with it. Yeah.
Great. Awesome. Well, thanks for joining me, James. Hand tracking for Little Cities out very soon. But yeah, lovely to talk to you again, and hopefully we'll speak again soon with more to come.
Yeah, great to chat. Thanks for having me here.
Beautiful. Thanks, guys.